Well, hopefully this will be the final run, not just a trial run. I have to read from my script here. Welcome. Today is October 22nd, 2018. Early voting for the midterm elections begins today, which is why you have been seeing and hearing so many political ads on TV and radio from candidates and their supporters trying to buy your vote. They're trying to buy your vote. They're spending millions to convince you that their promises will be kept. They're either spending their own earned income or your contributions on advertising. If you read their campaign websites, most of them promise integrity, honesty, justice for all. But if and when they are finally elected, what happens to those millions that didn't get spent on advertising and running around the country calling for campaign volunteers, renting venues for their speeches, etc., etc.? Well, Ken Paxton, news of his criminal exploits didn't reach the general public until the Lupe Valdez campaign took my advice and went on the offense, exposing Paxton's bout with the law. But he is the law. He spent his campaign contributions on his criminal defense attorney. County Judge Craig Doyle, Montgomery County, Texas, he did the same thing. He spent his campaign contributions defending himself on a criminal misdemeanor charge, and he was, he was suspended by the State Commission on Judicial Conduct. And then, of course, there's Judge Wayne Mack. He's a Justice Court judge in Montgomery County. He didn't have to spend a penny on his campaign because he's running unopposed on the ballot, which is a shame. If I had known that, oh man, I would have run against him somehow. With that in mind, I'm hoping that you will take some time to investigate those running as incumbents or candidates for office in your state and county. You should be able to obtain an official ballot from your county elections administrator, as I did. As you can see here, here is the ballot that I received after requesting it by mail. And you'll see some of the names I have X'd out. This is suggesting never vote a straight ticket for either party. You know, be your own party. You know, you can run as an independent. I mean, you can vote as an independent. That's what this is. It's a general election. And it's an official. It's got a registration number on it, and it's signed by a rubber stamp by the elections committee person on the back there. So, you need to research these people. Now, Google is the best investigative tool on the market. You can find out a lot of things about anybody on Google, including me if you'd like to. I have websites, I have videos posted. My name is Winston Heron, H-E-R-O-N. My recent experience with the Justice Court Judge Wayne Mack, County Court Judge Claudia Laird, County Sheriff Rand Henderson, Governor Greg Abbott, District Attorney Brett Ligon, Attorney General Ken Paxton, Property Owners Association Board of Directors, POA Management Company, IMC Management Company, and their attorney, Brian P. Fowler, has given me reason to investigate each one of them in connection with a lawsuit I was forced to initiate in Justice Court to inspect and obtain the books and records of the association. My Google investigation began when the association's management company and their lawyer, Brian P. Fowler, concocted reasons why I was not given access to the books and records as initially requested in a certified letter to the association president, Lawrence Vasslet, citing Texas state law that Google led me into the Texas state law. I mean, it brings up all the Constitution, all the articles in the Constitution, and every statute. That there are thousands of pages of laws and statutes that I guess a real attorney would be familiar with, or at least know where to find them. My wife initiated the first investigation into the qualifications and history of Judge Wayne Mack, because the state law tells you that you need to, if you're gonna have to take it to court, you take the matter to the justice court in the precinct in which you reside. And that happened to be Judge Wayne Mack. So, I've been involved in court cases before, civil cases. And it really helps if you know the background of the judge that you're going in front of. Some of them are very qualified. Others, like Judge Wayne Mack, are qualified to perhaps handle a DWI situation or an eviction, an apartment eviction. But when it comes to something like I experienced, a complaint against the property owners association, he didn't really have a clue. And after I read his campaign website, I found out that he was not qualified. And I doubt that he ever received any training as he's required to take. And I don't know whether he ever posted a $5,000 bond with the county judge, which was Craig Doyle, who was a little crooked himself. It paid off to do that investigation. So that when I went to him with my complaint to obtain the books and records of the association, I included with that complaint a detailed description of the law. I included the letters that I had written to Lawrence Vasslet, the head of the association, the president of the association, the letters that I had written to IMC Management Company requesting the books and records, from which I received return mail saying they gave me a form that I was to use. I filled out the form, gave it to them. They gave me the wrong information. But by the time that got through the Justice Court, Mr. Mack, I call him the dishonorable Wayne Mack, he issued a couple judgments that were offered by the attorney, denying me access to the books and records because I didn't file the right form, as Mr. Fowler, the attorney for IMC, stated in his counterclaim against me, and it took him $3,000 worth of attorney's fees to put that counterclaim together. So I wound up having to forfeit my appearance bond, which was a total of like $7,000. That's court costs and fees and all that stuff, and attorney's fees and appearance. Yeah. Anyway, that's what really got me involved here. As part of that investigations, and as a result of my investigations, I filed a complaint to the State Commission on Judicial Conduct against Wayne Mack, a request to the District Attorney Brett Ligon to investigate criminal activities of the POA's IMC Management Company, a letter to Governor Abbott regarding corruption in local politics, a grievance to the State Bar of Texas, Office of the Chief Disciplinary Counsel regarding Brian P. Fowler, and a yet-to-be-written grievance against my own attorney, David Showalter, regarding the way he screwed me out of about $9,000 and attempted to screw me out of another $10,000 to take my appeal to trial. I wrote a letter to Colonel McGraw recently, Director of the Texas Department of Public Safety, requesting an investigation by the Texas Rangers into the criminal conduct of the Point Aquarius Properties Association, also citing violations of the state and federal constitutions. I have recordings on my website of a meeting that I had with the district attorney's chief of the White Collar Crime Division. His name is Joel Daniels. And Mr. Daniels was just intent on telling me that I did not have a criminal case against the association because he reviewed the civil case that I had. I wasn't trying to file a civil case again against the association. I had grounds for another criminal complaint against the association. So then a subsequent letter to the sheriff, Rand Henderson, outlining him exactly how the IMC management company attempted to extort money from me in the way of sending me invoices for assessments for property that I did not own, file for legal fees. They charged me for legal fees, late fees, all of which I have not paid and I do not intend to pay. Now, if the Attorney General does not pursue the open records request that I sent to his office of open records, the office of Open Records Office Division, some like that. Anyway, I have all of these things available, and you can email me at poareform@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to provide you with all these documents that I've sent. I'll provide you with guides to how to review, where to look for these laws that I investigated, etc. Now, if I haven't lost you, I will continue by reading a letter I sent to Rona McDaniel, chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. In September 2018, Ms. McDaniel sent me the Trump Agenda Survey, an official project of the Republican National Committee. And it's got registration data on it. I mean, it's pretty official. This is it here. And, you know, if I haven't lost you, I'm going to put this, I'm going to read this in a subsequent video, which I will also send to anyone who asks me for it through poareform@gmail.com. Thank you.